Welcome back, everyone. This one's just to get you caught up on the latest news over in the Middle East, the depressing news coming out of the Middle East. Let's get caught up. Iran, I know you had to do something to show the world that you're trying to fight back, but you could have at least hit some targets. You could have at least not given them the heads up. You could have showed some fight. This makes your country look weak in the eyes of the world. You look weak, Iran.
So, but the American involvement in this has to be very calculated. It cannot be as they went into Iraq, because America is exposed, as Iran has showed now today, that even after more than a week of attacks on its air defenses and missile capabilities, it can still try and attack the Al Udeid base. And it is not just one base here in the Middle East. It may be the largest, but the United States has presence in multiple locations in Iraq, in central Iraq, in Baghdad, in northern Iraq, in Kirkuk, in Syria, in multiple locations, also in Kuwait, in Saudi Arabia. There are multiple aspects of US exposure which could be targeted by Iran, its proxies, and various other actors in the region. So in order for this to de-escalate, as Iran has been calling for, and as Qataris have been asking all sides, that unless the guns fall silent, unless the people come back to the negotiating table, yes, it appears that the worst might be over, but there's still a lot of tension in the air.
Al Jazeera correspondent Osama bin Javed, thank you.
That there was an imminent threat against a number of different U.S. military installations in the Middle East. It included Al Udeid in Qatar. That was one of them, but it also included several others. Well, we then soon got word that there had been some short and medium-range missiles fired from Iran and all knocked down. We're starting to get a little bit more detail, but even the details now that we're getting directly from the president seem to be a little bit fuzzy. He said both in the last several minutes, actually, that Iran fired 14 missiles, that 13 of them were shot down and one of them simply landed in an open space and didn't present any kind of danger, that there were no casualties, that there was very little damage to anything. He also said that this isn't a Truth Social posting. He also said that Iran has hopefully gotten this out of their system now. But then he also spoke saying that there were 19 missiles fired. So we're working through that. Military officials not telling us which one of those two is the accurate answer. But they are saying that they do believe that all of the missiles were either intercepted or didn't impact the base. They're also saying there were no casualties. They're still going through the assessment to make sure if there was actually any infrastructure damage, if the base was actually impacted in any way. Even if none of the missiles actually impacted the base, Nicole, remember, if there's an intercept, there can be debris that will fall. That can cause damage below. We've seen that happen in other cases. Military officials also telling us they believe that at this point, this salvo, this attack is over, but they are stopping short of saying that they believe this is the full scope of any Iranian retaliation. It's just, they seem to say that it's just too early to know that for sure.
There you have it. This one was just to get you up to date real quick on what's going on over in the Middle East. If any other big news comes out of there, I'll be back with another video. I'm going to leave you with this sad video of the Iranian people out in the streets celebrating what they think is a retaliation bombing of the U.S. military bases. I don't know if they're not being told the truth, but it was a flop. It was just for show. And those poor people are given this false hope that their military is fighting back. They are not fighting back. They're laying down. I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for tuning in. I ask you guys to like, subscribe, and share with your friends. Thank you.